Okay, John J. Let me see if I can. Maybe that's better. Hey, so you kind of remember me really always tired. Um, it's not too long of a story, but no, I've been tired and had pain for 40 years. Actually over 40. It started at puberty. I think it got worse. Generally speaking, I remember in my 30s. I remember when I was 40, it was really bad. So anyway, it's a constant condition. I still have it, but I went to India, kind of to end it all, and it's hard to explain because no one understands it. And they all look like, yeah, okay, whatever. But really, but it's hard to kill yourself. Anyway, I said, I should probably try transcranial magnetic stimulation. I'd heard about it. And so I went to Hyderabad, India, and lo and behold, it's $31 a session. We don't even need to go into the healthcare system because it's monstrous. I mean, it's monstrous in many ways. One of them is, sorry, I'm looking for yeah. So it's monstrous because I went to the OHSU pain clinic and schooled them on Scrambler and TMS. I mean, they know TMS. It's called Transcranial Magnetic Stimulation. That's me in India. And it actually didn't help the pain, but it did help the other part, which is what really probably the worst part, or whatever's worse, is maybe I'll take these off, makes it easier. It's a cognitive thing, I had my ability, but I knew how to. You can't have a notion that your brain is different, as like people are different. But no, this is like something's wrong. But they fixed it with transcranial magnetic stimulation. And it's, I don't even know what it is. It's basically, the updated electroshock therapy. But it's much more benign or something, much more beneficial. It's called transcranial magnetic stimulation. So I did that, and wow, I was chronically ill. People are always kind of like this, and my eyes are, the doctor even said, yeah, your eyes are open. So it did something to my brain, beneficial, the plasticity of the brain. Anyway, then long story short, I I had bought this machine. There's all the electrodes. I bought this machine before I left because I went and I knew about Scrambler. Scrambler, it sent literally this machine. See those electrodes coming down? And there's some electrode. Well, anyway, there's the electrode pads. I put these on my head. I did this because I spent $5,000 at this at the center to get Scrambler, and it seemed to not work, but sometimes it did. It seemed like after I was like, it felt so good, but so anyway, I did it, but I withdrew at about 6 sessions. I said this doesn't seem to be working. But then I went to Boise, Idaho to see the expert on the Scrambler. Really, one of the best doctors I've ever met in my life. No nonsense, nothing about money ever. He said after about 3 sessions, he goes, "No, Jay, your condition is not trigeminal neuralgia." I go, "Okay, yeah." because I was looking for that as being the answer. And so it was deeper in my brain. But yeah, then I went to India, and killing yourself is really hard. What you do, you go to Benares. I think they call it something else, with a V. Anyway, that's where you kill yourself. I didn't do that. I went to Dharamsala, where the Dalai Lama is. He didn't help either, but I couldn't get an address with him. Joking. But I did go to Dharamsala. Then I went to Hyderabad, where they had TMS. It just like solved my cognitive issues, but I still had the pain issue. I bought that Scrambler machine, and it seemed, I bought it because when I paid $5,000 to get these sessions, I go, like midway through, I go like, fuck, I'm just buy this one of these machines. Anyway, I bought this one machine on the internet for $880, and they thought it didn't work. They said it turns on, and I was desperate. So basically, it was a 220 volt European machine. It was over here for some reason, and they had tried to sell it for $30,000. Then they tried to sell it for $6,000. Then it went to an auction. It didn't sell. And so I bought it for $880. So I put it in the closet for my nephew's closet for like 6 months. And came back from India, said, fuck, might as well, got the cognitive done. And I thought, let's do the pain. I'll just take this machine to an electrician. I bought it because I'm like, maybe I can fix it, right? He goes, Jay, this is a 220 volt. You just need a converter thing. And so anyway, he got the converter box. It's right there. So it's worth $50,000. And some guy says you can get them for 20, but whatever. The sickest part of the whole thing is that these aren't widespread. They're for chronic neuropathic and cancer pain treatment. So what this did, 10 years ago, I read a book about called The Information. And then it's basically everything's information, this wall right here. This wall, or let's do this door frame. It's just information, right? Just properties and properties of that wall. You could actually, now I can see how the people could 3D print things. They just get all the properties and print it. Anyway, same thing with our bodies, anything. It's all information. Especially, pain information is from typically a painful area, goes up to your brain, and then your brain, they have a relationship. But if you interrupt that pathway with these electrodes, because this machine shoots in artificial, non-pain neurons into your pathway, and then your shoulder doesn't hurt anymore, or whatever it is. Now mine's different because it's in the brain, so I don't know how I'm interrupting it, but I'm certainly better. It's remarkable. 40 years, just like chronic pain people are. You understand, you might be chronically ill yourself. It's subtle. There can be a subtle pain that you get so used to, you don't, and then you resign yourself to it. Anyway, I'm doing therapy on myself. I talked to OHSU Pain Clinic. They don't even have these machines. The transcranial magnetic stimulation is it's all controlled by the medical. This is like a movie, but it's real. So anyway, I have this machine. I'm treating myself. I don't really have a plan yet. I'm still treating myself, working for Amazon Flex, which is it's making money. I'm making money. It's an odd It's AI all the way. Anyway, I work in the mornings typically. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I assume I'm going to be using the Scrambler on people. It's just crazy. Okay, so I'm sending this now because I've been wanting to send you a little note. Bye.